Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And the election is tomorrow.
Yes, countdown.
I know, the countdown is over.
TikTok.
And everyone's a little anxious.
Yes.
We could talk about Cardi B because she took the stage at a Kamala Harris rally over the weekend and then got into it with Elon Musk afterwards. Jason Kelce had an interesting weekend. You might have seen the viral video of him using
a homophobic slur.
Yeah, when he was angry at a fan. That's a crazy video. And finally, we'll talk about Peanut the Squirrel, R.I.P.
Yes.
His owners are very sad after this. The most famous squirrel in the world was euthanized last week.
Yep.
And now the owners are pissed and going to press legal action.
Yeah, because there was a raid. They say all for nothing.
To begin with, though, Cardi B, she took the stage in Milwaukee, phone in hand, reading a speech.
Yep.
And that's kind of the controversy surrounding it is the teleprompters were broken. So she needed to use a phone. She needed to use a phone to read out the speech. And then a lot of conjecture has happened afterwards. Let's listen to some of her speech now.
I'm not giving Donald Trump a second chance. Nope. I'm not taking any chances with my future and not damn sure and taking no chances with the future of my children. All three of them. All three of them. I'm not giving him the chance. You're not giving him the chance. Yeah.
Love the passion.
Yeah. A lot of yelling.
I love Cardi B. I love Cardi B. Well, Elon Musk, he saw that speech.
Yep.
And he tweeted, another puppet who can't talk without being fed the words. The Kamala campaign has no authenticity or true empathy. To which Cardi replied, I'm not a puppet. I'm a daughter of two immigrant parents. I'm a product of poverty. I'm a product of what happens when the system is set up against you. But you don't know nothing about that. You don't know one thing about the American struggle. P.S. Fix my algorithm.
Yeah.
But
I don't think she was necessarily a puppet. Like, I think she did get up there and, like, speak her own mind and her truth.
Totally.
I feel like there was other things he could have, like, zoned in on, but he chose that. I don't know. I definitely felt like it was authentic of her to be up there.
Totally. I mean, yeah, it'd be good if she was doing it without a phone or a teleprompter, but a lot of people in these situations when it's the biggest speech of your life.
Yeah, you need to refer to, like, kind of a script that you prepared. Even at, like, a maid of honor speech, you got a script.
Of course. Yeah. So Cardi wasn't happy about Elon and people coming for her, so she then took to her Instagram live for some more explaining.
Yeah.
I worked so hard on my speech. And a lot of y'all talking about like, oh, why are you reading it from your phone? Bitch, I had to write that shit down because I had to bitch, I'm 32 years old, bitch. And I have 3 kids. My mind be fucking raising all goddamn day, bitch.
I love that Cardi was involved in this way. And I think that honestly, she might be the most authentic celebrity we have. And so for Elon to call her inauthentic, I think is just way off the mark.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like she is herself. But I think maybe Elon's coming from a place of, there's a lot of people that are kind of turned off about all the celebrities getting together. And, you never want people to vote just because, oh, my favorite person's voting for this person, so I am too. Like, you would hope they would just do, like, the actual research. So I don't know where Elon, I mean, obviously kind of like popped off and it seemed like out of nowhere. But I do think there is kind of this thing on social media where people are like, you got to get every celebrity to back you up. That's not really a good look. And we kind of saw this with Hillary Clinton as well. Every celebrity was in her corner. They had a huge party planned, assuming she was going to win. And then I think there was like photos that came out of the desolate party after she lost, which was like the saddest thing. And every major celebrity was in her corner, and we have seen that it doesn't work.
I don't think celebrity endorsements probably affect one vote. I mean, I don't think one more vote is going to vote for Kamala because Cardi B spoke out about her. But
that's what they're hoping.
No, I don't think so. I think they're just trying to sort of like stay in the news, stay positive attention on your candidate.
Stay relevant.
Stay relevant. it's just like let's keep attacking, and then if Trump gets like in the headlines and if he's winning that sort of like media fight, then that's probably to his benefit. So I think it's more about a media attention battle rather than trying to win over a particular vote because they love Cardi.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. But I mean, we have like what, one more day, and
tomorrow's the day. Isn't it
I haven't even voted. I gotta vote. I probably will tomorrow. There's like polls and stuff, right?
Probably will tomorrow.
No, I mean, well, probably meaning like I have to escape from work at some point.
Okay,
like I have to be here.
It's crazy that like it feels like you're at like a point in history where people will be talking about tomorrow. Either way it goes. For like our kids are going to be reading about it in school. Well, my kids, like you have cats, but our kids are going to be reading about it in school, and it's just like it feels so like almost surreal that this is the week it's going to happen, and tomorrow it's crazy.
Yep. Wow.
I know, a lot to take in.
TikTok.
Onto our next story. Jason Kelce,
this was a crazy video.
He had an ugly altercation with a fan. Well, not really a fan of his.
Yeah, a troller.
A troller, because he was at the Penn State game, and while he was walking to the stadium, some kid looking to go viral.
Yep. Started popping off on him.
Yeah. He said, "Kelce, how does it feel that your brother is a F word for dating Taylor Swift?" And obviously that didn't go down too well.
I just felt like I think it wasn't shocking to see some crazy, stupid fan like popping off, but it was crazy to see that this triggered Jason so much that he just lost his cool.
It's hard to know what you would do in some situation if like someone's coming at you and using that slur, but I don't think this is the way to handle it. Let's just have a look at his response right now.
Yeah, give me my phone, Kelce. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. You want to drive? Get the fuck out of here.
So if you didn't catch that, Jason used that same slur
back at the guy
3 times. 3 times.
I don't know why. I feel like I should be more outraged, and I'm not for some reason. And I noticed a lot of people online, too, are kind of defending Jason. Like, look, this guy said it first. He was clearly poking him. Obviously, you should never use any kind of slur like that. But in a way, it's like he is defending his brother. I don't know. Does the intent matter when using a slur like that?
No.
So you think he should be canceled?
No, I don't think anyone should be canceled.
So then what? What comes from it?
I think that, he blew it, today or yesterday because
I mean, no. Is it a great moment? No. But the question is, does he get canceled? Does he start losing endorsements? Does Spotify drop him and his brother from the podcast? Does General Mills drop them from the cereal commercial that they have? Like, what is the consequence to something like this?
I mean, that's interesting because if he'd said it in a different context, then he'd be dropped from all of that. But, we don't.
But context does matter.
It does,
right?
but we're not gay. So we don't have the
that's
right
true
to
as well.
Be
offended or not.
Offended, so then this and this. Like the slur wasn't about me. So I think, what he did was not good. I bet he wishes he could have that time back. I don't think there was malice in his heart, obviously, even though he was saying it in anger. You know what I mean? He was using
to be hurtful.
Derogatory.
But do you think he is homophobic?
No, I mean, not based off this, but I mean, I haven't used that word.
No, I haven't either.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. And I hope he doesn't get dropped from his things because he's like an entertaining guy. Seems like a nice,
He does seem like a nice guy. And it's unfortunate that people would come up and just talk crap like that. Like, what are we doing just for views?
Yeah. It was a low moment for everybody.
That kid, he must go to Penn State, right?
Penn State.
They should get rid of him.
Yeah, they should. All right. Bring us in with the biggest story of the weekend somehow, the death of the most famous squirrel in the world, Peanut.
Yeah, so there's this famous influencer that is a squirrel and huge on social media. Well, this went viral because the squirrel's owner was raided and the squirrel was taken away and euthanized.
Yeah.
And we actually had the owners on TMZ Live and they were extremely distraught and emotional. Here's what they had to say.
We haven't a clue. We don't know who made the complaints. Again, Peanut was an indoor squirrel, not harming anybody. He's been with us for 7 years. Not a single complaint was ever filed for this animal. We had him for 7.5 years. He became the world's most famous squirrel. We weren't hiding him by any means. He was all over TikTok. He became the first squirrel on TikTok to ever hit 1 million followers. He did every news station around the world. He's helped people. He's helped kids gather joy.
Yeah, so, their story went national after they accused the state of abusing power and wasting taxpayer funds to seize and kill Peanut, all because of some anonymous claim, like what they said in our clip. But the animal stuff, that is like my sensitive bone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, just watching the videos of Peanut, how cute the squirrel was and how domesticated the squirrel was. I mean, just to think that they would come in and just thrash the place, seize the squirrel. They seized a raccoon too.
Fred, shout out to Fred.
Shout out Fred.
Oh, Fred, R.I.P. Fred too. They euthanized the.
And they both, so they had claims that the squirrel apparently bit one of the officials, and they claimed that the squirrel had rabies, which doesn't really add up because the owner had said, we would have known if the squirrel had rabies. Kind of thing.
They didn't know if the squirrel had rabies. So to play devil's advocate, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Squirrel, love you Squirrel, but Squirrel Peanut. So they have an anonymous tip that I think they call the DEC.
Mm-hmm.
They have an anonymous tip, that this place has wildlife, and I guess it doesn't have to be anonymous. This Peanut. Squirrels are wild, and he's got an Instagram, so you know where to find him. It's not like they're trying to
hide him
him secret. But when they go into sort of investigate this, the Peanut bites one of these guys or girls.
Allegedly.
And the only way you can test for rabies is
killing it.
Is if the animal is dead, and then you test their brain tissue or something.
Yeah.
So that's their defense. They're like,
But imagine if they killed it and then it didn't have rabies.
Well, I mean, yeah. That you got to test though, don't you?
Do you?
If a wild animal bites you, do you test if they got rabies? I think you probably do.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just feels so fishy to me. It feels so fishy. And, the owners aren't buying it. And, their main mascot for this organization was
animals.
the squirrel.
Yeah, 200 animals they have under Peanut's name. Peanut is like the champion for all these other animals.
Yeah.
That's how they get enough money for their horses or for their...
Right. They have all these horses they have to feed. All have been rescued. And that hurts me because, it takes a really good person to, have some kind of organization that helps animals that are neglected. By the way, side note, these owners have an OnlyFans.
No, they don't.
Yes.
Stop it.
Don't go on the Twitter.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah. So
they're hot too, the owners.
Yeah. But so on the flip side, people are saying these owners are just upset because now they're losing money to their OnlyFans.
Well, did the squirrel feature in any of the OnlyFans videos?
I don't think so. Not the ones that I briefly scrolled through by accident.
Oh, by accident.
I had to call the people, so
all right, Charlie.
I had to do my research.
All right. Okay, let's read out some of the comments you've been leaving while we've been doing the episode. Carrie Smith thinks Cardi was being so fake. MM thinks, I think celebrities just bring interest to the campaign. If I tune in to see how many my favorite celebrity did, I will hear about the issues.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yep.
On Peanut, Duplex says Peanut the squirrel is now with Harambe.
Oh, R.I.P. Harambe. That was so emotional.
That was so emotional. Oh, we still got Mudeng, right?
Yes, Mudeng. If something happens to Mudeng, I swear it's over.
V-Neck says that the Peanut owners are raging because they lost their biggest cash cow. Well, cash squirrel.
Cash squirrel, cash rodent.
Yes. I mean,
that is one of the, arguments is that they lost this animal that was bringing in all this money, and it's all about money. But I don't know. I'm okay if the money goes towards the other animals, though.
Yeah, they weren't. I don't think they were living, in the lap of luxury poolside. I think that they were spending the money on the horses.
And you can see, the farm, the animals are happy. I'm okay with that.
But if you have 200 animals in the same place, and a lot of them are different types of animals, and some of them are wild, some of them are domestic, I can understand why an agency might want to go in and investigate.
But
that.
aren't there other things to do in
But
New
that's
York?
their job. No, but that's this agency's sort of job.
It does feel like a little like, wow, we're really going to focus on a squirrel now.
It's a controversial topic. Who knew that Peanut would like
I know. Divide everybody.
I know. And finally, Skywalker 0526 says, "Hi, hot Charlie."
Oh,
Hi to you
debate.
too. Hi to you too.
I don't think this is a question as to what hot Charlie it is.
I don't know.
You're
that
wearing
I'm hot.
camo today.
I don't know
that I'm-
today. Like that's a reason not to be hot because I'm wearing camo.
I guess I'm wearing a grandma sweater, so maybe it's neither of us.
You are.
Hey, you're supposed to say you look great.
You do look great.
Take the low hanging fruit. It'll
You look
do you some
fantastic,
good.
hot Charlie.
Oh,
You look
wow. Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
fantastic. Okay, Charlie.
Okay, Charlie.
Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you guys here tomorrow.
Bye.